Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So one thing that I do want to make everyone aware of whenever I do talk about the prices of XRP, or whenever we talk about the possible price of XRP, I want you all to understand, and I'm going to be fully upfront with all of you, I have no idea what the value of XRP will be in 5, 10, 20, 30, even tomorrow, right? Nobody knows what the price of XRP is going to be. We can only speculate so much, right? But I will say this, what we have in front of us is a token that could change the entire landscape of the financial system and how money is not only moved, but settled. To me, the value of XRP has to be much, much higher. In this video, we will talk about what the possible value of XRP could be. We will address a few topics as well that I have seen being discussed for a very long time. And I also want to address what is happening around finance. But the value of XRP, in my mind, has always been 1 XRP equals 1 XRP. I don't think that you can put a price on what Ripple is solving with XRP through on-demand liquidity, or what RippleNet as a network, a payment network, has achieved. I think that the value proposition behind it is taking what we have now in terms of our financial system, looking at the inefficiencies that plague it, and think about what value something would have if it solved every single one of those inefficiencies. Think about that. You can't even put a value on that because it's unlimited, untapped potential. Now, I want to share with you guys real quick this video, migrating cross-border payments to ISO 222. Shout out to XRP Veil. This is from Riz XRP. Now, I'm going to play this video. Audio in this video is a little bit rough, just to give you guys a quick insight, but listen closely. It's about 2 minutes long, and then we will talk about it after.
About migrating cross-border payments to ISO 20022. The first one is, when you look at a map like this, you see many countries that are migrating their RTGS systems to ISO 20022. And when you talk about global trade, I was exchanging with a few. What we see in mature economies, about 30% of payments that are cleared via an RTGS system, like the one that you're modernizing, actually have a leg that starts cross-border, right? Because that's the way that global trade is facilitated. You serve your corporate customers, they end up wanting to pay their suppliers from other parts of the world, and these needs to reach those banks that are actually banking the suppliers. They do this for the vast majority via RTGS systems, but this is going to change. We saw on the slides of ODED before, instant payment systems, we see wallet systems. So increasingly, you have to be ready for transaction cross-border to flow through these different ecosystems. But the RTGS systems are migrating. When you do your calculation, all the next generation instant payment systems, they're based on ISO 20022. Even those CBDC experiments, by the way, when they interlink, they use ISO 20022. Our computation says that by 2025, 85% of the value exchange cross-border will have originated from 2022. So there is no choice but upgrade the cross-border. Because if not, how do you ensure that a transaction that originates in rich data can actually make it all the way to the destination country without data truncation? Yes, you can make it happen, but you will have data truncation. And that is one area where, for compliance reasons, we cannot afford it.
And I just want you all to understand that as we look at things happening around the current financial system, right, I always say one thing, okay? And that's focus on everything happening around cross-border payments, because cross-border payments itself is the big thing. The big thing to focus on with XRP, because that's what they have solved from Ripple's standpoint around cross-border payments themselves. But this will, in my opinion, morph into something much, much larger. Now, again, do I think that ISO 20022 means a lot for crypto? Not necessarily. a lot of people are kind of confused on what this actually does mean. In my opinion, when we do look at cross-border payments and ISO 20022, I think that this is going to open the door for tokens like XRP to actually settle a lot of these major payments. Why? Because RippleNet itself is ISO 20022 compliant, which means RippleNet could be utilized within cross-border payments itself, migrating to, of course, ISO 20022, and that will allow XRP to settle those transactions. But is this going to be the 100% goal? We have no idea. One thing that I will address, though, as well, is that we are seeing a big shift happening between a lot of the major areas that Ripple themselves has made a huge, I would say they have strived to make a big impact on Singapore in the past, as well as the United Kingdom. Recently, with the Ripple Swell event, that has been a very large one, that we really kind of seen their end goal. They wanted to really kind of be there for the UK, as the UK is trying to become a global crypto hub. They also want to get ahead of what we are seeing around technological advancements within crypto-driven systems and processes, and we do see here the UK and Singapore deepen collaboration in fintech and also strengthen financial cooperation. This is very large of a big move. And they also do mention this weird, it's called a fintech bridge. Now, this seeks to support continued growth, investment, and technological innovation in the sector, building on active interest of fintech players in the areas of payments, regtech, and wealth management. Both countries strongly welcome this deepened cooperation on fintech and the opportunities the industry can deliver in relation to financial inclusion, enhance innovation, and improved outcomes for consumers. Now, the only thing that kind of throws me off around this is that fintech bridge. Whenever I think of bridge, I always think of XRP as the bridge currency. We just actually talked about a global bridge currency and the need for it in a video from yesterday. Do I think that this means that XRP will be utilized within this and Ripple will be utilized in this? No, but I do think that the overall way that they are addressing this and the dialogue being used is very interesting, to say the least. Shout out to XRP Darren for this, Fame21 more over on Twitter. Now let's actually talk about the price of XRP. The only reason why I wanted to bring this up is because we are seeing a big move, by the way, within finance, as well as big innovation around some of these major areas collaborating, which we know Ripple with XRP has been making a very large move for on-demand liquidity corridors to launch in them, specifically Singapore. But over here we have from Vahil Capital. Now this was the big one. This is the name around this space that really kind of tells you, hey, XRP is going to $38,000, $37,500, $50,000. Now it has to be $1 million. Now it has to be this, that, whatever. And I always look at like, okay, where are these numbers coming from? Because a lot of these prices are just kind of ridiculous. I'm just going to be 100% frank with you guys. But we do see here, it can't be dirt cheap, Joel Katz. Yes, David Schwartz has said it in the past that, XRP cannot be, dirt cheap. But one thing that I do want you guys to understand here is the fact that when we look at XRP, when we look at the value proposition behind XRP, I think that we could see $100 to $1,000, respectfully. Now, after that, again, we kind of question where the world will be in terms of inflation and all that kind of stuff at like 10,000 plus. They do break down the implied value of the fully diluted XRP. Total supply, 99 point, almost like 9 billion, whatever, around XRP. Now, yes, this number will continue to drop a little bit here and there as the transactions do continue to flow because, yes, a certain percentage of XRP is burned on every single transaction. But here you guys have a few of the market cap valuations, or I should say not market cap valuations, but how much money will need to be moved in order for XRP to reach X amount of dollars. So $1, 39 billion. $10, 386 billion. After that, it's about 3.85 trillion, 38.5 trillion. Now, all of the money aspect around like quadrillions of dollars and all that, it's hard to wrap your brain around, okay, can XRP move all of the money, every single dollar? It's something that will take a lot of time if that is the case, but also it's the idea on like, okay, well, how long would we have to wait for that? How much opportunity and how much time will I have to pass up to wait to see these prices, realized in? This is also why I always say, like, with XRP, if your short-term goal is to make a ton of money, Okay, well, invest and sell between $1 to $10. Make your profit. Take your profit. And if you want to hold long term, if you think $100 to $1,000 will be targeted at some point in time, invest the amount of money that you feel comfortable enough, willing to. I always say never invest more than what you are willing to lose. Invest the amount that you feel comfortable being able to forget about for a very, very long time, and wait until you see these targets being hit and lock it away in cold storage. Because that to me is not only making your money in the short term, taking your profit in the short term, but also having that long-term bag that you can forget about and you can come back to at some point in time. That's a big game changer because that allows you to take your profits initially when you see those prices valued in, and then long term, if we do see these other prices, which again, I'm not saying that they're impossible, I'm just saying I'm not betting on them being hit, then you'll be able to make your money as well. And yes, I do have a moon bag just in case we see any of these crazy prices as well, because I'm not writing anything off. I'm not saying anything is impossible. I'm just saying, I highly doubt that we will see some of these prices anytime soon, but I could be wrong. Now, big argument point around price action with XRP is, okay, well, with XRP, why would they let everyone get rich? I want you guys to understand, and here you guys have a little bit of an insight on this, that not everyone will get rich. Look at the people who own, we'll say, greater than 25,000 XRP, people who own XRP itself, and then people who have heard of XRP, and then people who own crypto, and then people who have heard of crypto. So here you guys have just the people who have heard of crypto. Here's the people who own crypto, the people who who have heard of XRP, which is this like greenish tint up here, and then you have the two red dots, which is like people who own XRP, and then people who own greater than 25,000. It's one dot on this massive chart. This is the smallest, this is how small the percentage of the people who will make life-changing wealth is around XRP. Isn't that insane to you? Like, for me, I think that is so crazy of not only a number, but when you look at it like this, it really kind of opens your eyes to just how early you are when we are talking about something like XRP or when we are talking about just crypto itself. That's crazy to me. Now, with this, right, I want to get to the next major point here. So as we talk about cross-border payments could bring a ton of money to XRP. This is where we do talk about like $38.5 trillion. This would be the technically this would be the $1,000 plus XRP. It's just cross-border payments. Check this out. Russia and China are developing a system of settlements which could allow cross-border transactions without using the Western financial messaging system. We now have Africa's second largest gold producer planning to pay for oil with gold as central bank stockpile. Interesting. And yes, cross-border payments. It is a focus point because cross-border payments and transactions are extremely inefficient. It demands something far more efficient. This is why I focus on Ripple with XRP in the cross-border payment market, because that amount of money, the $156 trillion, which is estimated to grow to $250 plus trillion by 2025, that could change the entire landscape of the price for XRP. Again, that could be the $1,000 plus XRP right there alone, and this is just $38.5 trillion. Tell me that is not absolutely crazy. So, when we look at that, where could the value be? We have no idea. All we know is the value proposition behind the use case. What amount of money Ripple's targeting with XRP, utilizing XRP. This could definitely be game changing. As we focus on everything happening around regulations, around payments, everything is morphing into reality. Everything is moving extremely fast. For the longest time, the XRP community has been laughed around. Oh yeah, XRP will go to $10, maybe. XRP will go to $100, maybe. All it really takes is just one market, and that's the cross-border payment market, in order for us to hit massive, life-changing wealth, prices. Which again, $100 to $1,000, anywhere in between there, is not too crazy of a value proposition when we look at the value behind XRP's mechanism with Ripple. So when we look at this and when we look at where we are now, what could the value be around XRP in the next 5 to 10 years? I would say anywhere between $100 to $1,000. But again, we have no idea. It's just speculation. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Wherever you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.